Far from being a new version of the LG G4, the £499 smartphone is different in a lot of ways. The LG G5 is an average 7.7mm in thickness and 159 grams in weight, and while it isn't the thinnest smartphone on the market, we don't mind. The modular design of the LG G5 isn't like Project Ara, as you can't replace or upgrade individual parts. Instead, the chin of the phone is removable, which, for starters, gives access to the battery. It also means that additional modules can be added to expand the functionality of the smartphone. These modules are called LG Friends, and the main one is a clip-on battery pack called the Cam Plus, which adds physical photography controls and is the cheapest at £69. Audiophiles will be tempted by the Hi-Fi Plus from B&O, while others may be tempted by the 360 Cam and 360 VR headset. The LG G5 features a 5.3-inch screen, which is smaller than the previous two models, but still boasts a Quad HD resolution. A pixel density of 554 pixels per inch is plenty for us, and we've got no major complaints about the screen. That said, compared side by side with the Galaxy S7 and iPhone 6s, the LG G5 offers a dimmer experience with poorer viewing angles, and the colours are also less vibrant and the contrast isn't as impressive. Like the Galaxy S7, the LG G5 has an always-on screen, but doesn't provide the same experience. On the G5 there's far less control, so you can only choose between displaying the time or your signature along with the date, with no choice of fonts or styles. However, it shows more types of notification than the S7 and doesn't ping distractingly around the screen. The LG G5 is powered by a quad-core Snapdragon 820 processor, alongside an Adreno 530 GPU and 4GB of RAM, fairly standard for a 2016 Android flagship. The G5 is smooth and speedy in operation throughout, so even without top scores and benchmarks, it's more than enough for us. Storage sits at 32GB, and LG continues to offer expandable storage with a microSD card slot, which supports up to 200GB cards. Connectivity remains a strong point with the G5. The two big additions are a Type-C USB port and a fingerprint scanner on the back. Despite the rumours of a 4000 mAh battery, the LG G5 has a more modest 2800 mAh cell. Even though the battery of the G5 doesn't sound great, the G5 supports Quick Charge 3.0, so you can pump it full of juice in less time, around 80% in 30 minutes. This translates to a smartphone that we found will comfortably last all day with varied usage, possibly stretching to 2 days for light users. The G5 has two rear cameras and still features optical image stabilisation and laser autofocus found on its predecessor. There are two because one is 16 megapixels with a regular field of view, while the second 8 megapixel shooter has a wider 135-degree lens, so you can fit more into the photo. At 8 megapixels, photos from the wide-angle camera are hardly brimming with detail, but exhibit good contrast and colour. The 16 megapixel main camera is an excellent all-rounder, providing great results in natural light and low light indoors. As you would expect, the LG G5 comes preloaded with Android 6.0 Marshmallow, which is the latest version of the mobile operating system. LG has committed an Android clone which normally only Chinese manufacturers do, by removing the app tray, so all your icons now sit on the home screen just like iOS. The LG G5 is a top-notch smartphone that can hold its own with the best phones in performance and cameras, but it's the LG's modular design which is the real selling point here. There is bags of potential, but the future of this is unclear, so it's hard to be definite right now. The G5 is one of the best phones around, but for completely different reasons to the Galaxy S7.